Hello, I welcome to UPSC Prelims Chaturya series of SHANTHA LAKSHMI IAS Academy, where we will discuss the daily prelims MCQs from the Hindu, Indian Express and PIB. Let's get started. The first question. Consider the following statements about Nalanda University. Nalanda University was built by Chandragupta II. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. During the era of Harshavardhan and the Pala monarchs, it rose to popularity. How many of the statement given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. This was in news recently. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the new Nalanda University campus near Rajgriha's ancient university ruins. About Nalanda University, Nalanda stands out as the most ancient university on the Indian subcontinent. It was founded by Kumaragupta I of the Gupta dynasty in Bihar in the early 5th century, and it flourished for 600 years until the 12th century. During the era of Harshavardhan and the Pala monarchs, it rose to popularity. It was a center of learning, culture, and intellectual exchange that had a profound impact on the development of Indian civilization and beyond. Nalanda was a monastic establishment in the sense that it was primarily a place where monks and nuns lived and studied. It used to teach all the major philosophies of Buddhism. It had students from far-flung regions such as China, Korea, Japan, Tibet, Mongolia, Sri Lanka, and Southeast Asia. The students at Nalanda were expected to follow a strict code of conduct and were required to participate in daily meditation and study sessions. Subjects such as medicine, the ancient Indian medical system, Ayurveda, religion, Buddhism, mathematics, grammar, astronomy, and Indian philosophy were taught there. It continued to be a center of intellectual activity up until it was destroyed in 12th century AD in 1193 by Turkish ruler Kutbuddin Aybak General Bakhtiyar Khilji. After 6 centuries, the university was rediscovered in 1812 by Scottish surveyor Francis Buchanan Hamilton and later identified as the ancient university by Sir Alexander Cunningham in 1861. The Chinese monk Zhuangzang has offered invaluable insights into the academic and architectural grandeur of ancient Nalanda. It is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So the answer is only 2 because Nalanda University was built by Kumaragupta I, not Chandragupta II. Moving to the next question. With reference to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, that is nothing but SIPRI report, consider the following statements. It was established in 1966 by the Swedish Parliament. SIPRI is an independent international institute dedicated to research into conflict, armaments, arms control, and disarmament. Which of the statement given above is are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one or two. This was in news recently. The Stockholm International Peace Research Institute is an independent organization dedicated to research in conflict, armament, arms control, and disarmament. It was established in 1966 by the Swedish Parliament. Vision and mission. SIPRI envisions a world where sources of insecurity are understood and conflicts are prevented or resolved, aiming to sustain peace through its research and policy recommendations. Funding. SIPRI receives a significant portion of its funding from an annual grant from the Swedish government. It also seeks financial support from other organizations to support its research activities. Organizational structure. SIPRI is governed by a governing board and led by a director and deputy director. Key findings of the SIPRI report: nuclear armed nations and modernization. 9 countries continue to modernize their nuclear arsenals. They were USA, Russia, UK, France, China, India, Pakistan, North Korea, and Israel. Several of these nations deployed new nuclear capable weapon systems in 2023. India and Pakistan. India had 172 scored nuclear warheads as of January 2023, which is more than Pakistan, that possessed 170 nuclear warheads in the same period. Both countries expanded their nuclear arsenals slightly in 2023 and they continue developing new types of nuclear delivery systems. India's strategic focus. India appears to be placing increasing emphasis on longer range weapons capable of reaching target throughout China, in addition to its deterrent strategy focused on Pakistan. International reach and collaboration. Located in Stockholm, SIPRI serves as a hub for international cooperation among researchers. It collaborates with other research centers, intergovernmental organizations like the UN and EU, and hosts delegations and visiting researchers. Research and communication. SIPRI's research covers a wide range of global security issues and is disseminated through various channels including publications, seminars, conferences, and monthly newsletters. It aims to influence policy decisions and promote transparency in global security affairs. Statutes. SIPRI operates under guiding principles set out in its statutes adopted by the Swedish government, which define its objectives and operational framework. So the answer is both 1 and 2 are correct. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements with respect to the Vavan Port. It is proposed rupees 76,200 crore container port project at Vavan in Tamil Nadu. The port will be developed as a joint venture by the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority and Maharashtra Maritime Board. It will be developed as a green port. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. The Union Cabinet on Wednesday approved the development of mega rupees 76,200 crore all-weather greenfield deep draft port at Vavan in Maharashtra. About this port, it is proposed rupees 76,200 crore container port project at Vavan in Maharashtra. The port will be developed as joint venture by the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority and the Maharashtra Maritime Board. Situated in the environmental sensitive Dahan Taluka within Maharashtra Palghar district, Vavan Port boasts a natural drop of approximately 20 meters near the shore. This features makes it well suited for accommodating larger container vessels ranging from 16,000 to 25,000 20-foot equivalent units, offering the benefits of economies of scale and contributing to the reduction of logistics cost. It will be designed to handle around 250 million tons of cargo. It will be developed as a green port. It is planning to provide green fuel to ships coming to the port, and construction and operations are planned to keep in mind the environmental issues. So the answer is only 2 because it is proposed rupees 76,200 crore container port project at Vavan in Maharashtra, not Tamil Nadu. Moving to the next question. Choose correct one with respect to the exercise Tarang Shakti. It aims to foster professional interactions, enrich the employment philosophy of the participating forces. The Indian Air Force will host an air exercise Tarang Shakti 2024 in August. Exercise Tarang Shakti, it is the first multinational air exercise to be hosted by the Indian Air Force. Objective, the plan is to invite friendly foreign countries with whom the IAF interacts regularly and has a certain degree of interoperability. The exercise is now scheduled to be held in 2 phases. The first phase will be held in southern India in the first 2 weeks of August, and the second will be in the western sector from the end of August to mid-September. Participating countries: Australia, France, Germany, Japan, Spain, UAE, UK, and the US. Germany will deploy fighter jets and also an A400M transport aircraft. The exercise aims to foster professional interactions, enrich the employment philosophy of the participating forces, and facilitate the exchange of valuable insights. It represents a unique opportunity for these nations to collaborate and enhance their tactical and operational capabilities. So the answer is one only, because it is the first multinational air exercise to be hosted by the Indian Air Force, not Indian Coast Guard. Moving to the next question. Who among the following is the chairman of the Defense Acquisition Council? Option A, Chief Defense Staff. Option B, President. Option C, Defense Secretary. Option D, Minister of Defense. Defense Acquisition Council. The DAC is the highest decision-making body in the Defense Ministry for deciding on new policies and capital acquisitions for the three services that were Army, Navy, and Air Force, and the Indian Coast Guard. The Minister of Defense is chairman of the council. The members of the DAC include Minister of Defense, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Air Staff, and Defense Secretary, and Secretary Department of Defense Production and Supplies, Secretary Defense Research and Development, Secretary Defense Finance, Vice Chief Defense Staff, and Special Secretary. So the answer is Minister of Defense. Thank you. This is the today's session.